Karrion Kross has given an update on his WWE status. A former World Heavyweight Champion has retired, plus Vince McMahon is returning to TV. What's up, wrestling fans? I'm Allison here at Wrestling Republic, and I have got all the wrestling news you guys need in the time that it takes for you to drink your morning coffee. Let's get into it. Karrion Kross has given a very confusing update on his WWE status. During an interview with the two-man power trip of wrestling, he said that yesterday, the rumors which were going around yesterday about him were false, and he kept clarifying that it was the Thursday rumor, which again was yesterday's rumor, that was false. But he didn't specifically address what this rumor was. Now, of course, on Tuesday, it was reported by multiple sources, including Fightful Select, that his WWE contract was going to be up this weekend. So potentially, it's that rumor he's talking about. But yesterday's rumor was that he had been offered a new contract by WWE. So based on what he said here, especially considering he goes on to say, I'll be able to talk about it all very, very soon, it does make it seem like it's the contract offer rumor which is false. Then he doubled down with this in an interview with Joey Angle, who said that he hopes he'll return to Monday Night Raw, but the rumors are going around about him today are false. So he says he hates to disappoint people, but he does hope that he does come back. This really does sound like he still hasn't been offered a new deal. And like I've spoken about at length over the last few days, this is crazy to me. The dude is selling so much merch. I don't think compared to a lot of other talents, he's on that much money. And it's not like there's much interest from elsewhere for him. Like, it's not like WWE aren't meeting his demands here. They just haven't offered anything. But what do you guys think about this situation? Let me know in the comments down below. Vince McMahon will be returning to TV. Yes, that's right, but it won't be WWE TV. It will be TMZ TV on Fox. That's right, this Tuesday, August 12th, TMZ are doing a documentary which will air on the Fox channel about the life of Hulk Hogan. Multiple past WWE stars and current WWE stars such as Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Jacob Fatu, Bill Goldberg, Mick Foley, Jimmy Hart, and Mark Henry will appear and will be interviewed, but so will Vince McMahon. And these interviews are massively rare for him since he left WWE and the controversies, the allegations came out against him. In fact, I believe this might be the first one he's done since getting exiled from WWE the second time. But you can watch TMZ Presents The Real Hulk Hogan on Tuesday, August 12th from 8 to 9 EST. Former world champion Jack Swagger has announced his retirement from professional wrestling. Of course, most recently, he went by Jake Hager in All Elite Wrestling, but he revealed on Soraya's podcast yesterday that he is now retired. He is done with wrestling. And in fact, he has already gotten out of wrestling and he is starting his own trucking company. He's running routes through Tampa and Florida, and he is really excited about this. He says the hard work always pays off, and I'm really glad that he has found something which he's excited to do post his wrestling career. I mean, Jack Swagger is a really weird one, isn't it? Considering it's so easy to forget he was a former world champion, because it was like he was going to be the next top star in the company, and then that just didn't happen, and he kind of just fell down the ranks, then kind of fell upwards into Lucha Underground, and was the last Lucha Underground champion, I believe, and then was a big name, a big debut in AEW right at the start, and of course, that didn't really materialize into anything either. He had that one big match against Jon Moxley for the championship, but that was about it. I mean, a really fascinating career to look back in hindsight at. And I'd love it if he ever wrote a book or something and we ever got the real story of Jack Swagger's career. Where did it go wrong? What went right at the start? Because it is really fascinating and not one which people talk about a lot, actually. Cody Rhodes has revealed who the current WWE locker room leader is. While speaking to Jelly Roll on his What Do You Want to Talk About podcast, Jelly Roll asked him who is the current locker room leader, and he revealed that currently the Undertaker of this era is Randy Orton. He says if there's ever a real problem, people either go to Randy Orton or Seth Rollins. I mean, that is some big praise on Randy Orton because, of course, for years and years, Undertaker controlled that locker room. He was the guy in it. And for Randy Orton to now fill those boots, I mean, that shows how great of a veteran he is. Up next, we have some bad news for American wrestling fans, and you might be thinking after that ESPN deal earlier this week, how can it get any worse, my wallets? Well, it's going to, because Peacock is upping its subscription price. That's right, Premium Monthly is now going up from $7.99 to $10.99, while Premium Plus Monthly is going from $13.99 to $16.99, and Premium Annual will go from $79.99 to $109.99, with Premium Monthly Annual going from $139.99 to $169.99. I hope you're all earning a lot of money because you're going to need it to watch wrestling at this point. Up next, we got some rather sad news that Jonathan Gresham has revealed that earlier this week he suffered not one, but 2 strokes. He revealed he woke up, he couldn't move his left side of his body, he couldn't see and could barely talk, and it took him half an hour to call 911. They're not exactly sure what happened, but one speculation is that this could stem from COVID, which he had a couple of weeks ago. But right at the end of this statement, he says that needless to say, I will be taking off the next 2 to 4 weeks from wrestling. I mean, honestly, I'm a bit shocked he's only taken 2 to 4 weeks off. I'd expect a lot longer after suffering not 1 but 2 strokes. But get well soon, Jonathan Gresham, a ridiculously underrated talent. I used to love watching him in Ring of Honor pre-Tony Khan era. And we have some more sad news when it comes to wrestling because Buddy Matthews has revealed that he's undergone ankle surgery. Of course, he has been out of action since suffering an injury in Australia when he faced Kazuchika Okada at All Elite Wrestling's Grand Slam earlier this year. He revealed just a few weeks ago that his ankle wasn't healing as fast as he expected it to, and now it does, well, not look like it is confirmed that he's had surgery for it. Rhea Ripley posted a picture being by his side, so at least he isn't there alone. Get well soon, Buddy Matthews. I can't wait to see you in the ring once again, and we need to run back that match with Okada, that's for sure. But let's end today with some positive news for All Elite Wrestling because this week's AEW Dynamite was the second most watched episode of the year on television on TBS, drawing in 711,000 viewers, a big number. And of course, this isn't taking into account streaming numbers because of course now it's simulcasted, so it's on HBO Max as well. And those numbers aren't public. There's a lot of contradictory statements on it. The general thing seems to be 300 or 500,000 people per week watch it streaming, but that is not being confirmed, and I'm not entirely sure if I believe those numbers. But this 711,000 number is legitimate. It is confirmed. Well done, All Elite Wrestling. I love to see wrestling companies doing well. And AEW are really on a hot streak right now. They've come off a really fantastic couple of months, culminating with, of course, All Elite Wrestling's All-In pay-per-view in Texas just a few weeks ago. An absolute hell of a pay-per-view. Now, what I will say is I'm a bit surprised that this episode did really well ratings-wise when it wasn't, there wasn't anything major, announced for the episode. It wasn't an episode I went into really being excited for it. But this, and I guess that's why this looks so good, because it shows people are genuinely getting back into the product right now, which is a great sign for AEW. But that does bring us to the end of the news, not just for today, but for the week. I will be back on Monday to bring you guys more wrestling news. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and have a fantastic weekend. Peace.